The echo of the past stirs up whispers of battles fought and long lost, of cultures emerging and vanishing into the depths of history. Among these tales, one resonates with the thunderous strength of an avalanche and the relentless spirit of a winter storm. The emergence of the barbarians. Brace yourself, as we trace their footsteps back into the shrouded past where the fragmented tribes were first unified under a single cause, the protection of the World Stone. From the formidable cliffs of Mount Arreat, beneath unyielding skies and across punishing landscapes, a resilient culture was born. Their resolve, as unyielding as the craggy peaks they called home, they were the descendants of Bul-Kathos, the Barbarians, also known as the Northmen, or by some, the Fractured People. The Barbarians first entered our world with Diablo Hellfire in 1997. But these beings bore only a passing resemblance to the staunch guardians familiar to us from later tales. It was within the second installment of our epic, Diablo 2, that the true spirit of the barbarian emerged. These were more than just brutal fighters. They were an honorable, resolute society, embodying the legacy of the children of Bul-Kathos, which we will delve into shortly. Their triumph was more than personal. It resided in their unity, because it was in the demanding territories of Arreat, under the constant menace of avalanches and predators, that these tribes discovered the power of unity, bound by a mutual duty passed down through generations, the protection of the World Stone. The origins of the barbarians are somewhat blurred, but their true cultural emergence can be traced back to when Bul-Kathos unified the scattered tribes to protect the World Stone. These tribes, products of the harsh northern environment, were sculpted by relentless frost and furious blizzards. Their might grew, reminiscent of an unstoppable avalanche, their determination echoing the ceaseless winter storms. As a beacon in the rising tide of darkness, they stood firm, resilient. Guiding their path was a spiritual leader, the Nephilim, known as Bul-Kathos. Born in a time of ancient tales, Bul-Kathos belonged to the first Nephilim generation. This age saw the nascent Nephilim traverse the breadth of Sanctuary, seeking their place amidst the sprawling terrains. A deep connection existed between Bul-Kathos and another ancient, Fyakla-Giar. United, they explored the mystery of their common ancestry. Beneath the mount of Mount Arreat's majestic stature, they discovered their holy mission, to guard the World Stone. Sought by both angels and demons, this artifact was used to create Sanctuary and contains colossal power. This duty sprouted from Inarius' actions, who tampered with the World Stone to diminish the Nephilim. Recognizing the World Stone's formidable power, Bul-Kathos devoted his existence to hinder others from misusing it. If you want to learn more about Inarius, I have a video you can check out. Link in the description. While the Nephilim's power gradually diminished, morphing into the race now recognized as humanity, Bul-Kathos' resolve stayed unyielding. His sacred responsibility, the protection of the World Stone, demanded unity and unshakable commitment. With this, Bul-Kathos gathered the barbarian tribes, instilling in them a resilient discipline and martial skill to withstand the passage of time. Fyakla-Giar, in agreement with Bul-Kathos' intent, chose a separate route. He aspired for spiritual harmony with the land they were pledged to defend, leading to the establishment of the inaugural Druid colleges. The immortal king, Bul-Kathos, made his solemn vow. His legacy is a cohesive community hardened by Mount Arreat's icy winds, bound by a duty as steadfast as the mountains themselves, to safeguard the World Stone, at any cost. This vow is enshrined by the formidable sword in Diablo 3, named Bul-Kathos' solemn vow. Quote, Bul-Kathos towered as a colossus amongst the ancient, and was the progenitor of the barbarian tribes. This sword embodies the sacred vow he took to protect Mount Arreat and the World Stone. The barbarians are a stout, spirited folk. Their aversion to magic, perceived as an obstruction, shifts their attention towards raw might and determination. Their commitment is steadfast, and their physical prowess, sharpened by intense training, is energized by the primal forces of their environment, making them formidable opponents in conflict. Their traditions throb with ceaseless competition, an appraisal of courage and fortitude. Every battle presents a chance to inscribe their name in barbarian history, to weave their story into the tapestry of legend. Their attire, tailored from the skin of the formidable aurochs, underscores their might, perhaps revealing the secret of their towering size and strength. Power is respected, irrespective of its source. Raekor, the inaugural female war master, quelled any doubts about barbarian women's bravery. Her valorous actions during the conflict with the Sumerian Empire continue to resonate in legend. Tradition states that Loren, the Sumerians' leader, vowed to subjugate the barbarians and crush them under his boots. Raekor is said to have enjoyed stripping them from his deceased body as a token of her greatest victory. When her commander perished during combat, she assumed his spoulders and donned them as she guided her tribe's warriors to triumph. Barbarians' trials start early. These challenges are a crucible of rugged cliffs, menacing creatures, and heavy weaponry that would dishearten the most hardened southerners. They master survival and combat tactics unrivaled throughout Sanctuary. Their resilience, shaped by the harsh elements, is akin to toughened leather, and their diet, dictated by their habitat, would be fatal for a less robust entity. Despite their austere existence, camaraderie flourishes, paired with unwavering respect for courage. Despite their sturdy individualism, barbarians gather for lively wedding celebrations, a time of spirited merriment and the reaffirmation of the powerful ties that bind their society. Eulalos Gadmor is a term sourced from the primordial barbarian tongue, denoting the grand fracture. This concept encapsulates a prophecy deeply ingrained in barbarian folklore, foretelling a cataclysm of massive proportions. According to this prophecy, a potent entity would instigate cataclysmic disruption, rattling the very bedrock of their existence. It denotes the advent of Baal, the Lord of Destruction, and his orchestrated devastation of Sanctuary. The prophecy of Eulalos Gadmor incorporates the contamination of the Worldstone nestled in Mount Arreat's core, and the subsequent demolition of the mountain. It alludes to Baal's assault on the barbarians, resulting in their profound defeat. In the annals of barbarian history, Eulalos Gadmor remains a grim symbol of their greatest ordeal. The prophecy's actualization altered the trajectory of barbarian heritage and irreversibly reshaped the future of their tribes. The materialization of Eulalos Gadmor signaled the ominous proceedings in Diablo II: Lord of Destruction. Baal, the last of the primevals, turned his attention to the Worldstone, nestled in the north, hoping to steal it and corrupt all of mankind. Alerted by the spread of Diablo's revival, a group of courageous barbarians ventured beyond their borders, bracing for the impending conflict. Among them was a tenacious barbarian, that's you, who, alongside a diverse group of heroes and Deckard Cain, battled the forces of malevolence across Sanctuary. They vanquished Diablo and Mephisto, but Baal evaded them, charting his path north and mustering an army of darkness. In line with their intrinsic determination, the barbarians defended their territories. However, their exceptional bravery was insufficient to repel Baal's attack. The barbarian defenses were crushed at Dakinshar, and their esteemed capital of Sescheron was mercilessly ransacked. Haragath's guardians shouldered the tremendous weight of their people's destiny as they struggled against Baal's ceaseless invasion. In a last-ditch attempt to preserve their town, the elders sacrificed themselves, casting a protective shield around Haragath. Nilathak was the sole survivor, who betrayed his people by trading the sacred relic of the ancients to Baal for his people's safety. This act of betrayal left the barbarians incapacitated as Baal embarked on his unobstructed climb to Mount Arreat. The heroes who had earlier defeated Diablo and Mephisto reappeared, battling Baal's forces, while the barbarians endured their diminishing hope. Despite the eventual downfall of Baal and Nilathak, their victory was overshadowed by the defilement of the Worldstone. Archangel Tyrael, in an act of necessity, annihilated the Worldstone, thereby averting humanity's impending doom at the hands of Baal. Yet, the aftershock of the explosion dealt a severe blow to the barbarians' sacred duty. Mount Arreat crumbled, consumed by a cataclysmic cloud of magical dust and rubble, the once formidable stronghold now a silent testament to a forgotten epoch. In the chilling quiet that trailed the collapse of Arreat, the once formidable barbarians found themselves dispersed within the Dreadlands. A proud civilization was whittled down to nomadic fragments, their homeland forfeit, their sacred duty demolished. The immense unwelcoming wilderness stood as a somber monument to the Worldstone destruction. Nevertheless, even amidst despair, the barbarians' resilient spirit remained unyielding. Hoping to rectify their perceived shortcoming, Some decided to depart from the eerie wreckage of Arreat, hunting down remnants of malevolence still present within Sanctuary. Others, engulfed by humiliation and remorse, degenerated into primitive states of existence, even descending to savagery and cannibalism. Yet, a significant number persisted, adhering to the frayed vestiges of their tradition. Solitary but unyielding, barbarian bastions surfaced amidst the severe wilderness of the Dreadlands, their formerly bustling halls supplanted by isolated strongholds. Within these fortresses, the reverberations of ancestral customs lingered, as the grasps of young hands found familiar comfort in the hilts of axes and spears, just as they had in the days preceding the fall. Across the frozen tundra, the fragmented clans waged an unending battle against Baal's remnants, presenting a united front in anticipation of a potential resurgence of the Army of Destruction. Their enduring presence served as a glimmer of hope for their barbarian brethren dispersed across Sanctuary. From these isolated sparks of defiance, a single barbarian emerged, his spirit unscathed by the devastation. He perceived an opportunity to rekindle his people's extinguished hope, to inspire them to fight, to live. His determination echoed across the lands, becoming a guiding light for all those seeking to reconstruct from the remains of their past and to carve a new future in a world irreversibly transformed by the Fall of Arreat. This is your character in Diablo 3. The Barbarian class might resonate with you if you appreciate toughness, take pleasure in the thrill of battle, and value skillful weapon handling. Barbarians marked by their raw power and resolve could align with your spirit if you prioritize strength and resilience. Born and bred in the harsh terrain of Mount Arreat, barbarians exemplify steadfast resolve. They stand firm even when faced with monumental challenges. If you value determination in adversity, their resilience might mirror your own spirit. Notably, barbarians have shown their mettle through various trials. Choosing the barbarian implies embracing their history, including their failings and their honor. If you see life's trials as a marker of your own resilience and dedication, the barbarian's tale of rebuilding and resurgence could resonate with your own life story. The legacy of the barbarians resonates powerfully through the lore of Sanctuary. These formidable warriors steadfastly protected the sacred Worldstone. However, they couldn't stop its corruption and the shattering fall of Arreat, events that steeped their hearts in sorrow and grief. But monumental loss didn't break the barbarians. Instead, they harnessed their despair, transforming it into determined resolve. Unflinching, they faced the remaining forces of evil, seeking to atone for what they saw as their failures and showcasing an indomitable will to Sanctuary. Their story continues to unfold, even as they chart a path through a world forever changed. The echoes of Arreat persist, serving both as a constant reminder of their past and a guidepost for their future. Looking ahead, we wonder, how will their story evolve in Diablo 4? You could pick a barbarian and find out for yourself. Are you ready to pick up your axe and join the relentless fight against the infernal hordes of hell? Hi, welcome to the end of the video. If you made it this far, I just want to say a huge thank you. Thanks for hanging out. This is my 6th video, and I've been trying different things. This time around, I've tried putting actual gameplay in the video, see if that's something that people react better to than just like a slideshow. I don't want to make a slideshow. I want to make something interactive. So yeah, I'm kind of like tweaking things as we go along. So if you've got any feedback, please leave it in the comments. It would really help the direction of the channel. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more videos about classes and their history and their lore, please let me know, because I'm kind of tempted to do all the classes now because I had such fun with this one. There are some things I'm not super happy about on this video, but I want to improve in the next one, and it comes to pacing, really, and organizing the script. So anyway, I'm waffling. So yeah, I'll see you later. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.